Hello, good morning once again, family and friends. How are you? I hope your day is going great, and I wish you well. Whatever you are doing and wherever you are, let it be of great benefit to you and to others. And I want to drop this quickly, and I title it Poor Africans and Burial. Africans and Burial. And I experienced such thing also last time I went to Nigeria, just last month, you know, and I just came back this month. Now, when people die in African families, most African families are poor, of course. Or most African families are poor, if you understand what poverty is all about. But I see people that are living in old house, mud house, or maybe they have a lot of people struggling in their family. But when somebody dies, they sell land to bury the person. They sell land to raise money, or they go about borrowing money to bury somebody. Why are you doing that? I've come to realize that poverty is not African problem. African problem is greed. African problem is competition. African problem is covetousness. African problem is fear. African problem is comparison. African problem is fear. African problem is worry. It's not poverty. Africans don't have poverty problem. We have lands. We have all the resources we need to be great. But the problem is fear, worry, competition, covetousness, and comparison. You see poor person, he want to bury his loved one with expensive coffin, ambulance must bring the corpse, you must put the corpse in a mortuary. What nonsense is that? The African Muslims are even better than African Christians, because African Muslims, they don't spend all that money, they don't sell land to bury any dead body. It's dead body, my people. Why are you spending money to bury dead person or dead body? His dead body committed to the earth. That's where it came from. It will return there. You don't need all those decorations. If you want, at least that person used to have clothes, wrap the person with his clothes or with her clothes and bury the person. That's it. And actually, when you believe that, maybe those of you that believe, there is another world, or there's another heaven you will go into, then why are you wasting that money you're supposed to use to take care of the living? You're doing it for the dead. When that person was alive, why not spend that money to take care of the person? Okay, the person may be sick or getting old. Okay, why not begin to maybe, how do they call it? Redo the house. Begin to put it in order, to be better. Since you are ashamed that people that will come for burial will say you are poor, why are you ashamed of that? You're supposed to be proud as you are. If you don't have, you don't have. Then if you have, why not spend it when that person was alive, not after the person's death, over their dead body? That's when you are spending the money. Some of you did not do anything or run around to raise money to take the person to hospital or to care for the person, but you sell land to take care of the person. That's why personally, I will never give a dime to put any dead body in a mortuary. If somebody dies, whether they are my parents or my relative, bury them immediately. You don't say, we are waiting. Like, for example, I'm the firstborn in my family. When my parents reach their turn and dance, you don't say you're waiting for me to come from America before you bury them. Bury them. I can come later. I know my parents, have seen them. If there is anything I'm supposed to do for my parents when they die, why not I do it now they are alive? Yes, Marcus, you are right. I'm not talking to all these old people because they already made up their mind. Some of them have already tell their children how they will bury them when they did not give their children any money. They did not leave any money behind for their children to spend to give them a befitting burial. So you see their children going abroad or struggling somewhere in the city, trying to make money, preparing for burial. It's not supposed to be so. African Christians who claim to know the truth, who claim their God is alive, instead of raising the dead, they spend millions burying the dead. You see them begin to live, like animals just to bury a dead body. You go and spend that huge amount of money to buy a coffin. A coffin you will put in the ground, and the termites eat all of them, including the body. Then why are you spending money to do that? Why? Why? People, let us wake up. The money you spend for burial, use it for your enjoyment. Use it to go and lodge in a hotel. enjoy your life. It's better. Tell people, oh, that money you will use me when you will use to bury me when I die. Don't just bury me in the ground. Give me the money for the coffin. Give me the money for the drink and food you are gonna give people. Why are you spending all that money? Somebody dies, bury the person and continue living. That's how it's supposed to be. Our ancestors weren't doing this like that. Not that all of them, like all of them were doing the same way. No, of course. In every generation, every time, you must see greedy people. You must see people that compete with others. You must see people that compare themselves with others. You must see people that live in fear. You must see people that worry about, what they don't supposed to worry about. But you are young. Will you continue on that way? The thing I used to ask old people is this: do you expect your children to continue in the way you're continuing? And some of them say, no, there's nothing else you can do. No, there is something you can do. No condition is permanent, whether that condition is good or bad. If it's bad, you can make it good. If it's good, you can make it better. If it's better, you can make it best. If it's best, you can make it more best. You can keep going on and going on. And that's how people get better. That's one thing you see is lacking among black communities, African communities. They don't know how to improve on what they have already. They compete. They look at the white people. But you don't know that white people started developing their own. White people, when they go to market, they started buying from each other. You see the Asians, they buy from each other. Black people, they buy from everybody. They buy from everybody and they want to be like everybody. They watch a movie, see how they do burial. They begin to do burial like that. Why are you wasting money, especially when you know you are poor? When you know your family is poor? If your family don't have a good house and maybe your father or mother died, why are they trying to renovate the house? Why are they trying to paint the house? Why they didn't do that when your father and mother was still alive? You people supposed to wake up like myself. I woke up. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not under my parents cannot tell me, hey, if I die, bring me like this. You see some people, and they are Christians. These people go to church, but they say that somebody died in their family many, many years ago, and the person is not happy. That's why things are not moving well. Because they did not give that person befitting burial. They say you will kill cow to bury the person. Person that died, you don't know the person. You don't know how the person look. But they tell you, yeah, it was your relative. They didn't treat her good. They did not bury her good. All that. Then you have to you want to see progress. White people don't do that. Asians don't do that. It's only black people, Africans, because they believe Africans are true believers in the whole world. They believe, they don't prove. They don't prove things, they just believe things. You say it, they believe it without proof. Then if it's not working, they try to tell you, oh, it's because, and you are the one that taught them, or they say, oh, your faith is not strong enough. Our faith is strong. Why they cannot show you the proof of their faith? They cannot show you the result of their faith. They keep believing. So this is what I want to share with us. Think about it. It is your life. It is your family. It is your properties. But why are you wasting properties for the dead instead for the living? Spend it for the living. You say leave your own and marry. No. Let's say you see some children in their father's farm. You see them begin to trim corn. The corn that is growing, and the corn started to suit the ozara. Is it like the grain or something? And they think corn should be treated like flour. They begin to trim it, cut the leaves and begin to trim it. That corn will die, will not produce. So you will not just pass by and ignore them, because maybe these people, their children, they don't know how corn goes. You don't keep quiet. You say let people be. Let people be where? How can you say let people be when you are not letting yourself be? Let yourself be first, then I will let you be. Be yourself. Live like human being. Then I will not come and tell you anything, but I will come and learn from you. If you're not living right, of course, it is people that will tell you you are not living right, because some of us, none of us see our back unless you use a mirror. So if you don't want person to tell you that, then use a mirror. Look at yourself. Look at the way you are living. Look at the way things are going in your community. Do you want it to continue that way? When somebody dies, that's when you see all the problem coming around. You see people making some people fight self. They say, oh, you will not bury the person. Silas Mwaka told me something. He died some years ago. But before his death, when I went to Omaya, he came to Victor's house where I was. He said he don't care about what will happen when he dies. He said whether they bury him or not. If they don't want to bury him, let them leave the body. The body will be smelling. That's it. And that is the type of mentality we're supposed to have. When we begin to have that mentality, you see some of our problems begin to die. You see some of the issues we have in our family begin to go away. It's time we wake up, my people, and begin to live as a people. Stop living as people that have fear, people that have worries, people that have competition, people that have comparison, and people that have covetousness. No, live your life. Whatever you have, use it. Use it. That's you. Some of you cut your hair every week because you want to look so somebody do that, and you spend money to do that. But if you can do it yourself, okay, do that. But if you don't have money, but you can do something just for somebody to give you a nice haircut. Nonsense. Wake up and live humanly. Peace.